As in a dream, you see a light brighter than the sun, your remaining attachments will suddenly come to an end, and the nature of the reality will be revealed. Such an occurrence serves as the basis for enlightenment. But this is something only you know. You can't explain it to others. Or if, while you are walking, standing, sitting, or lying in a quiet grove, you see a light, regardless of whether it's bright or dim, don't tell others and don't focus on it. It is the light of your own nature. If it is Bodhidharma who is saying this, he is just being excessively compassionate. In his bid to take care of his disciples, his listeners, he is warning them against problems that just cannot happen. Like a doting mother, he wants to doubly secure his students. He is saying that if you come to feel or see or experience that something special is happening to you, don't focus on it and don't tell it to others. You should never be sharing the experience of that special light. It is true that these things should not be talked of. It is true that certain things are just too sacred and holy to be touched with words. But what is also true is that the question of telling it to others just does not arise, because you can tell to others only if you first consciously know of it yourself. That thing that Bodhidharma is talking of is something that consciousness simply cannot touch. The enlightened one, if he is really enlightened, will never really come to experience the enlightenment. Because experience is always selective, exclusive and special. For him, entire life is the flow of enlightenment. Now what would he call as enlightened? For him, nothing but enlightenment exists. If he sees a light, he sees that light continuously. That light is not a solitary sparkle. That light is not a streak in the dark sky. That light is not a shooting star. That light is an infinity. That light is a continuity. That light is without breaks. And when something is without breaks, there is no way the conscious mind can detect it. Are you getting it? So when you do not know of it yourself, how exactly are you going to gossip about it with others? But we understand what Bodhidharma is doing here. He is talking about the first baby steps one takes on the Buddha path. He is talking about the first non-experiences one has in the middle of all his experiences. He is talking of the first few moments that you get when time stops. You live in an incessant flow of time and experiences. Something is happening all the time. The mind is registering it. The senses are active. Thoughts are running. And then there comes a certain happening. Then there comes a certain movement. Then there comes a certain contact. When you find that all that you had been going through has just stopped for a while. The clock is not ticking anymore. Thoughts have lost energy. It is as if everything has come to an abrupt standstill. It is as if you have gone off to sleep. It is as if the entire world has come to a standstill. These are the first glimpses. You are still not firmly established on the path. But grace, divinity, contact with a Buddha has given you a little fleeting glimpse of something of the beyond. This is a special happening. You do not recognize it, because to recognize it must have also previously happened. Because you do not recognize it, there is reason you may get excited about it or afraid. You may want to give it names. You may want to forcibly match it with something that you are familiar with. You may want to say, oh no, it's not really something new. It is just an extension of some of my previous experiences. Bodhidharma is cautioning, do not do that. Don't even think about it, let alone give it a name. That's what he says. That's what he means when he says, don't focus on it. Let it be. Something has happened. Now don't think about it. Don't give it a name. Don't analyze it. Don't match it. Don't do anything with it. But you think that something big has happened. You find it difficult to contain your excitement. You go to someone and you share what has happened. And the someone you share it with is a part of your existing patterns. When you tell your patterns that something beyond patterns is now entering your life, the patterns have all the reason to feel insecure. To whom do you go when you want to discuss this new? You go to the old. Don't you see how big a mistake this is? To go to the old to share the new. The old cannot partake in the new. The new is here to finish you off. The new is here to dissolve everything that is old. When you will break the news to the old is not really going to welcome it. So Bodhidharma says, no, don't talk about it to others, please. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, like the mother keeps the baby secure in her womb. It cannot be exposed before the due date. Don't talk about it, don't mention it. It's not yet mature, it's not yet ripe. The time for it to take birth and show its face to the world has not yet come. Till that date, keep silent. Let the ineffable take form within you. Let it take total control and possession of you. Let it leave you so weak and helpless that you become totally empowered. Let it drain every bit out of you so that you are left empty to receive the infinite. Let it totally drain the I out of you so that now you are nothing but the total. Till that has happened, keep mum. Keep mum. Don't think, don't talk. Don't talk about it to others, don't talk about it even to yourself. Act as if nothing has happened. Act as if you saw no Buddha. Act as if there is no Buddha inside of you. Act as if you are still the old one. Act in your old ways till it becomes utterly impossible for you to keep acting in your old ways. Now, when the new breaks out of you, then you will have no justification left to revert to the old. You will know that now it is impossible to continue in the old ways. The time has come. The shell of the egg has to crack open. The chick can no longer go back to the enclosure. Gone. Grace falls upon everyone. It's a continuous happening. It's a continuous rain. There is no gap. It is there, always present. But it requires a certain discipline from our side to let it do what it has come to do. It requires a little participation. And if I want to be more exact, then I'll say it would require a little non-participation from our side. Because we are usually just too eager to participate. When the special is happening, keep your hands off. Who are you to write a commentary on it? Who are you to reflect and talk about it? Keep mum in your gratitude. Just keep silent so that silence may intensify inside you.